Hey, what's up, you guys? What's goody on this Wednesday, this hump day? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? What's up, face y'all? I heard that you might be getting your own channel. So, what's T, girl? Because I will be supporting if you are. And what's up, Corio? How you doing, love? How's everybody doing? Welcome back to the hood table. Yes, come on in, come on in. Make sure you like and share the video and subscribe to the Hood Table. Please and thank you very much. And if you want to tip your girl throughout the broadcast, feel free, $ the Hood Table 402. Thank you so much. And also, if you guys looked on my community wall, for those of y'all who might want to contribute to my birthday wish list, the link is on my community wall for my Amazon wish list. For those who want to, contribute, no pressure. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? It's just there for those who want to, be a blessing to me for my birthday. Please and thank you very much. But y'all, I promise I'll try not to be on here long, which is what I always say. And for some reason, people be just having me on here for 2, 3, 4, 5, 11 hours. But I'm trying to be on here for 1 hour or less. So I need somebody to time me right now. There is two subjects that people have constantly been talking about within the B sector. So we're just going to do some update on some of the information that we heard about those two subjects. And those subjects, well, I guess I could say more than two because these two subjects are the main topic, but they have other people involved in their situations. But if anybody want to hit the link, I did put the link in there for the StreamYard. Feel free to hit the link if you want to add to the commentary or join me up here on the panel. No pressure. But the two people that we're going to be speaking about mainly, of course, is still William Carruthers, aka Pops, aka Just My Thoughts, aka DJ Will. And we're going to be discussing him in that situation with his long distance lover, Natasha. And, again, people have been discussing it and giving out a little bit more details about that. So I want to dive into that. And also this shit with Ben Zone and Jay Dunn and a whole bunch of other people from the black tea sector. Now y'all know I don't know too much about these other sectors, right? I'm from the B sector, and that's, I can tell you everything that's going on within the B sector for like the last 5, 6 years, but these other sectors, I don't know shit about them. Okay. And what's up, Rockabye baby? How you do? You say, oh yeah, aka Casanova. Thank you for reminding us of that. Now, the first thing I have to say is I've been listening to several people throughout the day. I had a long shift today, 12 hours, and I listened to Lady Nika, I listened to James, I listened to Triple. Um The other people aren't coming to me right now. They ain't coming to me right now. But I've been listening to several people throughout the day. And hold on, somebody else had a camera slip. William had a camera slip today. You said he got a filthy garage. What? See, I thought you were talking about the camera slip the other day with Benz. I was like, I saw that one. But y'all saying that William today had a camera slip of his filthy garage. Child, what was in the garage besides a car? Now, I know a lot of people keep stuff in their garage, but I have said something before about people's garages, and people kind of didn't like what I had to say. That was on Facebook, though. That was on Facebook because I'm going to say it here. I don't understand how people could be paying to either rent or buy a home, and they park their cars outside in the elements and have a whole bunch of bull crap in their garage. And it's they use it literally for storage. They be storing up all like from the floor to the ceiling, full of bull crap that they probably don't really need. And they park their car. Now we live in the Midwest, right? So the elements get really bad in the winter here. I don't understand. I'm like, I don't be ain't nothing in my garage. Ain't nothing in my is there? I don't even think there's anything hanging on the wall of my garage unless it's like a rake or something like that. And I got all those hooks and all those things, around the garage where you can hang shit. But the only thing in there is my truck, my SUV, and I think I got maybe a rake hanging up on the wall. But yeah, I don't like clutter. I don't like clutter in my house, my basement, even my storage room. Literally everything in my storage room is about 5 boxes. And those are like all my holiday stuff, throughout the year where I'll be switching stuff out. But other than that, I don't do clutter. I don't. No pack rat over here. But you said he had a camera slip and saw his home nasty. He lives in the garage. So you know what? I had heard that before. I heard that before that he lives in a garage. So is he like? Is it like his family or friends or somebody? No. Well, I don't know if it could be them because we have heard that he doesn't really mess with his family and friends. But he claims today that his family, or was it yesterday, that his family took care of him when he lost all that money at the casino. So I'm kind of confused about that because his ex girl, the lady over in the other country, she was saying how his family don't mess with him, and that's why one of the reasons why she said he's always on YouTube and everything he talk about or discuss is always YouTube. So, but then he says when he lost all that money at the casino, that his family look out for him. So child, I don't know, but living in somebody's garage, like, ain't there somewhere in your city for elderly people with low income who are living on a fixed income? Because we have a lot of those here. A lot of apartments, a lot of like townhomes, a lot of communities for the elderly who like you can live good on not that much money. So, and I'm sure if they knew he was living in a garage, they might bump him up to the top of the list. I don't know, child. I couldn't live in no garage. I can't. I cannot. I'll live on somebody's floor in their crib before I live in a garage. I'll be like, Corio, I'm coming to see you. I'm gonna do a dovey on your ass. I'm coming to see you.
Yeah.
Put sugar
but
foot up, cause I'm
but
coming.
but I thought it was like, you remember on Happy Days, what's his name, the one with the hair with the,
Fonzie
yeah, remember he lived above their
above
garage,
the
and
garage.
it had a, yeah, and it was like it was like an efficiency.
Oh, so that's what he has, like a little apartment.
I don't know, but I'm just saying, I'm hoping
Now that sounds
that
better.
they
Yes.
have, because remember, what's his name, Fonzie, he had like a stove kitchen, I mean, like a little kitchenette, and then he had a pull out couch, he had a whole, a bathroom, and then he had like a little four-seater dining room,
Yep.
little kitchenette table. And if it's something like that and he's 70 something years old, that's cool, because I'm sure it's got a
Mhm.
bathroom and stuff in it.
Now that would be okay because I don't want to dox my friend, but I really wish I could show you her property. But my friend and her husband, well, rest in peace, he just passed away. But her
Oh,
her and her husband bought a house a long time ago, and the house is, when I say gorge, like gorge. And then they have, way in the back, they have a garage that has an apartment, and it was already there when they bought the property. And when I tell you that apartment up there is everything, and they had
see,
that for their daughter when she come home, every time she come home from college and stuff like
hmm
that. That was her spot, and it had everything: living room. They had a section off. It was beautiful. So yeah,
that's
you
what,
can have a nice spot on top of a garage. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking it is, honestly, because he can't live like Rob Rack, where
Girl, I'm
if
gonna spit out my drink.
I don't know, but see, here's the thing: I'm still not believing. I won't believe that he was living in a pool house, and it was like a supply shed for the things to keep the pool clean, and there was no bathroom, there was no running water.
Man,
That's
it
what
was
I
probably
keep.
some lawnmowers in there and all kind of shit. Weed
That's what I
blower.
keep hearing, but I'm not gonna believe that. So, but I just can't see him living like that. You
I
know,
can
and
believe it because if he was living like Will Smith on Fresh Prince in a pool house, why wouldn't he take Tracy there?
no, no, no. I'm talking about Mr. Will.
Oh, you talking about Mr. Will? See, you mentioned Rob Rack. That's why I was getting
Yeah, I
confused. Okay,
did, cause
okay,
y'all.
my
Yeah,
bad.
that's okay. Um, I don't know I don't know, cause was that his sister's? It was in the backyard of his
It was in the
sister's house.
backyard. He claimed it
Yeah.
was a pool house at first, then they found out it was a shed.
Oh my goodness. Well, I don't think that Mr. William. I just really think because I think one time he was going to the refrigerator to get some ice. One time when I was in his, in the bushes listening to him DJ, and because he would talk to them and stuff. I've done that like maybe 2 or 3 times in all the years of YouTube, but my YouTube career in the beef sector. But yeah, I think it's more than what people are thinking. Because I know somebody said he lives in this little southern town. Do you know what state he's in?
I do not know. I don't know what town he lives in. I just really hope that he's not in somebody's old raggedy, smelly, musty, mildewy garage.
I bet he's not.
I
Mm-mm.
hope not, because for anybody of any age, those conditions are really bad, and he has been in the hospital, things like that. But T. Daniel said that you could see the floor, and he has at least some type of carpet. And then somebody said, T. Daniel also said, no, he had a common slip, and you saw his home nasty. He lives in a garage allegedly. And I guess
Well, I
what was the
mean,
camera strips? T. Daniels and what channel? What panel? Or was it his own channel with the camera slip?
you know, you could live like the Fonz over a garage and just be dirty and nasty.
That's
You
true
know,
too.
you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that it's not, remodeled.
Hell, look at this TV show Hoarders, Corey. I'm sure you didn't watch that before. Most of them have really big, nice, fancy mansion houses and
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
acres of
Mm-hmm.
land, and it shit be trashed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hate
So,
that show. Um, but
mhm.
yeah. So, but where were you at besides there? Because I know I came in late.
Oh, I literally just started. I literally just started, but I did want to talk about some of the things that we just recently found out today with Sir William. Why was I say Sir William? I'm thinking of Sir King and William. With William, William, aka Casanova. Okay.
Mm, mm-hmm.
But when I heard that he had asked Lady Nika, how do you Corio?
Mm,
I have some good friends here on YouTube,
mm.
and
How many?
I couldn't find it in myself to just hit you up out the blue on Cash App and say send me 250 because I'm doing bad. I mean, that is not some stuff that I would do to my. Even though I might could have known you for years, I think I would go to my family first, or maybe try to get a loan or something like that. But
Look, listen.
I
I
couldn't
don't.
do it.
I don't understand any of y'all, excluding you. I really don't. Do motherfuckers have credit cards anymore? If I need
Right.
$250, I'm a grown ass woman, and excuse me for cursing, you guys. I'm a grown ass woman. I'm not going to my family. I'm not going to my friends. I'm not getting a payday loan. I'm getting a cash advance on my credit card if I need cash. And if I can pay for it with my credit card, that's what I'm going to do. What the hell is up with these people borrowing money or trying to borrow money off of people on YouTube? I don't get it.
I really don't get it either. And like I was watching James today earlier on his live, and he said
Okay.
he would love to talk to William and he would love to know. Like, of course, Nika had did a live too when he was live because she had got word that he was discussing her on on his live. So she had did like
Oh,
a 30-minute live. And
oh,
she said, I know what he's saying over there, woo, woo, woo. But she said, I'm not going over there. She said, one time, two times, there will never be a three time. You know, I'm sure she meant of them getting back or being in communication, you know, whatever. And
right.
I guess the thing is, James was like, what made him so comfortable? Like, what made him so comfortable to ask for 200? I mean, even my kids, even though I most likely give it to them, but they just ain't gonna walk up to you, hey, mom, I need 250. They gonna be like, mom, how you doing?
I
How's your
think
day? They gonna like beat around the bush about the shit because they really don't want to ask, even though they know I'll give it to them because I'm gonna be like, why the fuck you need 250? What you doing over there? But
I
what made
just
him so comfortable doing it? That's what they trying to figure out, like the relationship between William and Nika.
I don't think it's any more than what we see. I just think that William is so used to he gets too familiar with women because look at him. Look how he conducts himself with women. He's probably got money off like Miss LaGayle. You understand what I'm saying? He's a user, and I think that he just desperate for money, and she's
Mm-hmm.
nice to him.
Uh.
You know what
So,
I'm saying? And he knows that like Lady Nika has helped out Brian when he
oh yeah, they
did.
were talking about that. Yep, yep, they were
Yeah.
talking about
So
that.
I'm sure he sat in the bushes. You may not see him in chats a lot, but he obviously is in the bushes a lot. And I really don't think that Nika did anything out of being friendly with him like she has, on panels and stuff.
Uh
And I
huh.
think he just took a chance.
Well,
Because she is nice. You know what I'm
she
saying?
is.
She's
She. I do
very
think Lady
nice.
Nika is really nice. I do think she is really nice. And even though people, and no shade to James or anybody else, but even though people say she's a beggar, she's a scammer, I do think she has a heart, and I do think
I
she's really
do.
nice. And I
I
just want to say
do.
real quick, what's up to Charlie Hey Booski? If you want, hit the link, Charlie Boo. And what's up, Will? How you doing?
What's up? What's up? It's a season's greetings. Salute, Chore. Um,
Hey, how you
my
doing?
thing, yeah, my thing is this: people know what the outcome most likely will be in those situations, and they bank on those situations because there's a lot going on. There's a lot of events coming up. So, what better way to knock some air out of those events than to cause a bunch of confusion, right? Like maybe like a week or two before these events happen. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
Like,
No.
there's a way. Like, okay, like if I'm gonna ask for something, right
Mm-hmm.
now, I'd most likely like say like with my mother, right? My mother cheat, so I know for a fact I know for a fact if I ask her for something, nine
Mm-hmm.
times out of ten, I know what she's going to tell me. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
so in that situation, you got to understand there's two ways it can happen. It can still benefit a person even if they don't get the 250 because the same way they said somebody in the chat said he uses charm. Okay, well that same charm can be used in as a weapon of sorrow. I mean, what do you say? Pity, or what's the next word for pity? To feel sorry for somebody. But anyway, long story short, it has two ways of going. Like the person can say that, and he knows how it's going to look on him.
You
You get
mean
what I'm
like
saying?
pulling on somebody's heartstrings or something like that?
Not pulling on heartstrings, but just asking the question just to get things going. You get what
Oh,
I'm saying? Like there's more than one moving mechanism in the situation. Somebody
okay.
could have somebody could have said, go up there and say any money mo. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just say that for example because I don't want to misquote anybody. But somebody could say, go up there and say any money mo, and they know the result and they know what's gonna happen, and they also know the tides and the turns in which you can take when people are looking at the content now. Now nobody's worried about anything else that's going on. Everybody, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Just like a new
You
storyline. You get what I'm
you
saying?
saying it could have been a play to get people to stop talking about the transgenders, the and all that
No,
other
no,
kind.
no. The topic is the topic that somebody could just put a wrench in the system just because they see things going good for you. It's not necessarily a play,
Uh,
but somebody could throw a wrench in there like, oh well, we see this person's on a straight path, we see this person on a straight narrow. Let's confuse things a bit. Let's mix it up a bit. And even when they even I have nothing but respect for Lady Nigga. She does great business with me. Over time, she's paid me
mm-hmm,
a lot of money
mm-hmm,
concerning like artwork and things like that. Like she never shorts me. I would have to tell her, listen, I think we're good. Like the balance is fine. I think you probably
mm-hmm,
gave me a little over forty
mm-hmm,
dollars. You get what I'm saying? I'll let her know because
mm-hmm,
she's A1 with me. Like she doesn't none of that extraness. So it's nothing on her part. I think it's more so people know the reaction they're gonna get. They know the eyes they're gonna be on them. They know how people are gonna react to it, and then like I said, I mean, content creators are being content creators. They're gonna make a couple narratives off it. They're gonna make, a couple lives off of it, and it goes like that. But him being his age, I don't think he needs $250. You get what I'm saying?
oh, I do.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. Be honest with you, I don't think he needs that. I don't think he needs $250. It was just a way of a distraction. Does that make any sense to anybody? Like it's a whole distraction. Now, a lot of people are going back and forth. People are getting things misconstrued. Unnecessary arguments are happening. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So it's a lot. That's what I'm saying. I don't mean to hold this up. I'm just saying it's a lot.
Yeah.
Like people really think because you got to think. We're right now. I'm sitting somewhere near the hood table's mind. You get what I'm saying? Because she's talking. She's kind of telling us what's on her mind, what she's thinking about, what's her opinions and things like that. So a lot of
Mm-hmm,
this stuff is it has like a mental effect to it. But like
mm-hmm.
I'm just basically saying it seemed a little bit too it seemed a little bit sudden, and then on top of that, I also heard people say that man's never really asked for anything like that before, like
Yeah.
publicly.
Here's my thing. It's Willie, right? Or am I wrong? Is it Willie?
No, yeah, yeah, you can say it like yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't want to mispronounce it. So, but to add on to I think he thought he and Nika were closer than they were, and Lady Nika can keep a secret. I mean, as far as not bringing it out to on the YouTube streets, you know what I mean? And so, number two, he never thought that she would say anything about him asking. And number three, for me, there's a lot of pocket watchers around here.
Hmm.
And since, subs have come
I'm
over,
sorry, the internet is tripping over here, but go ahead, y'all.
that's
You good?
okay. Since the subbies have been coming over from the black sector and the Mo3 sector, her numbers have jumped. She's
Hmm.
getting more cash apps, more super chats, more memberships. And there are people that watch that and want to prey on that. So he's probably also been pocket watching and thinking, well, we're close. She doesn't, she won't tell anybody. All I have to do is ask. All she can do is say no. I think all that for me went into why he asked. I don't think that they have a behind the scenes way more than what we see, because Lady Nika has a man. She's engaged, number one, and Lady Nika. Lady Nika wouldn't be
And she made
interested
it
in him
very
like
clear
that.
that he be. She made it very
Yeah,
clear that he'd be
mm-mm.
sitting next to her most of the time too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, of
So
course. Like that's no question. Like I think
yeah,
it you have to feed. You know, when you feed in the streets, you got to kind of give the streets what it wants. I think that's what a lot of content creators do. They just give the streets what they want because they like people. I've watched the hood table on here for a certain amount of time. I know I don't know everything about her, but I just know if she hears certain titles. I can almost kind of guess how she's going to react. So a lot of people do that. They do that on a daily basis. They watch you, they watch your movements, they watch how you react to certain things, they watch how you plan certain things, they watch how you do certain
mm,
things, and they plan
mm,
around it. So you just got to
mm,
be one step sharper before you go
mm,
down that rabbit hole of narratives.
yeah. I
Well, he
just
sure didn't know, obviously, that Nika was gonna say no, and I would have felt embarrassed as the fuck,
I don't think he thought she was going to tell it, and she
or
was.
tell it.
You
I
know,
think he thought everything through. To be honest with you, but go ahead.
I do too. I think that and I don't believe that gambling story. I don't.
Hell no, me either.
And,
That's
That
crazy.
sounds far fetched because, like I was saying
mm,
earlier, everybody, well, not everybody, but Natasha, she was saying how his family don't mess with him. And then when the casino shit come up, oh, my family helped me out. My kids
they
or
couldn't
whatever
help
helped
you
me
out
out.
with two. They couldn't help you out with $250, but they could help you out with $1,000. See, it doesn't make
That's why I
sense.
said I don't think he needs it. I think it was more so like a jumper cable. You know, you catch a low
Like
battery
he
out
didn't
there
want
in
to spend his
public.
own money.
It, yeah, I wouldn't say
And
like I said. In my opinion, I just believe that he didn't need it. I think he just knew what was the reaction everybody else was going to have once they found out. Because if you ask something like that, I would ask in the DM. You get what I'm
but I
saying? Like
don't
I
see
would.
that.
So are you
I'm not.
saying? Oh, go ahead, Corey. I'm sorry. Go
No, no,
ahead.
no. Go ahead. I just don't see Willie. I don't see the end. I just don't. I can't. I hear what you're saying, but I just can't go through with the follow through on the ending because I'm not seeing what he could get out of it. You know what?
Unless
Uh,
it's just okay. This what I'm gonna ask Willie because I'm still a little confused with your theory, but I'm
Right?
trying. I'm trying to I'm trying to get there. But
Yeah.
and
no,
what's
you're
up
good.
with the cameras
You're
and
good.
what's
I'm
up
just saying
with
attention is money. That's it.
and that see that okay? That's what I was about to say. And what's up, Soapy, Vibrant, and YouTube cameras? Hey, beautiful.
Hey, YouTube camera, Soapy and Vibrant.
So
So
so what they're
what did you
saying
guys
is
just say?
he's doing it for attention to draw
Oh,
people to his channel. Is that what you're saying?
No, not
Because
draw
some
people to
people
his
do put
channel.
some fuck shit on here because they know they're gonna be talked about.
because he's been a cloud chaser for years, Willie. I know you're not from this sector. He came in cloud chasing, saying he's for the black woman, and every time a woman and a guy would get into it, he'd jump up on the panel and like he was like um a bodyguard and talk about, it's just this big thing, and he got on most people's nerves with it because it seemed fake. But he cloud chases. My point is, he's a cloud chaser, so that's nothing new. So, but you're saying he did it for a distraction,
Well, yeah, because you just answered my question. You said if that guy is a cloud chaser, then obviously something like this would like I don't think he's slightly embarrassed at all. I think he just kind of knew this
Uh-huh.
is going to be reaction from everybody,
I
and
I
you got to
But
can't.
see, the two
understand.
hundred and
You,
I
fifty
agree with
dollars
that
came. I could see if you said the $250 came afterwards, but it was like I don't know. This lady Natasha, she came on here first. What? How many months ago? Like
it's been
four,
about, yeah, about,
like
yeah,
4 months ago.
yeah, yeah.
And then, like, it was so weird because when he asked for that money, Lady Nika said she turned around and he was on Sir King Live. Like, it was like back to back. So it was like no time in between to draw like different distractions. I don't know. Child, I don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
you just said one. You just said the same time the question was asked, he went over to another panel, correct?
I just don't think he thought Lady
Yep.
Nika was going
Yeah.
to tell it.
I
I
don't think
really
he did
don't.
either. I really
I
don't
really
think he
don't.
did.
This is just my opinion, though. Salute to Mr.
It's
Carruthers.
okay,
Salute
Willie.
to everybody, and salute to all parties.
Yeah, wicked
This is just.
stories.
I think deeper. I think past it because you have to understand, like a lot of people, like you're not on that. You're not thinking on that level. But I've seen people orchestrate all types of things. You get what I'm saying? So it's like to me when I look at certain things, I look at it with four eyes instead of two. If you get what I'm
And
saying.
you know what, Willie? I understand that because a lot of times, even when I'm on here, sometimes the people that I'm like think I'm like the closest to or clicking with, we still will have a difference of opinion, and it's okay because that's one thing that I pride myself in over here. We can have a totally difference of opinion and still be like, okay, next subject. You know, we ain't about to be arguing and fighting over what you think and what I think and all that kind of shit. You know, it's a difference of opinion as always. But
Of
but
course.
I do appreciate your commentary on this. But what do you have to say about when it comes to Mr. William? What I was confused about was you've been giving this lady money for 4 years. 4 years. And then all of a sudden you asking Lady Nika for $250. That's what was weird to me because I'm like, if you could be affording this money for 4 years, why now do you need to borrow $250? Well, I don't
I
even know
know
if
the
it's a
answer.
borrow.
I thought about that. I got the
Go
answer.
ahead, y'all. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. My opinion, I think, because remember, he has a new woman, right? He's had a new woman for 2 months. So Natasha hasn't gotten paid in 2 months. So he's giving this new woman some money. So when he wanted to stop Natasha from telling everything, because I'm sure she told him, if y'all don't get my money, I'm telling, or something to that effect. He needed that money. So he took a chance with, in my opinion, he took a chance with Lady Nika, but it was still too late. I think he's trying to stop the flow. He owes one of those women some money, I feel. And I think that's why he was asking Lady Nika.
Well, in my opinion, I don't. Let me clarify because I know how narratives could get misconstrued. I'm not saying any shape or form anything negatively on Lady Nika's part. I'm just saying the surrounding uh, uh, entities that be uh, could be moving a bit, like they could be moving a certain way, and you might not pay attention to every single detail. But the way how I look at it, I always look at it like, okay, if this person doesn't have a history of doing it, they never did it before. You know what I'm saying? Like the only thing I could think in my head is that somebody's trying to distract the flow of events. Like everything is going positively. People are happy. People are coming together, networking together. There's not really been too much craziness. You know what I'm saying? Like bickering. Like for the most part, from what I've seen, everybody's been cordial. Everybody's been, acclimated. Everybody's been just kind of being, like just regular. Like it's not really no real hate. So for this thing to spew, I just think it was slightly off, and I felt like it was just outside figures, kind of, like placing him in position to do that. You get what I'm saying? Because again, in my
No.
opinion, I
Uh,
don't, in my opinion, I don't think he needs the
uh,
money, but I think he just, there's something else going on. That's all I'm saying.
how long have you been over in the beef sector, Willie? How long have you
Uh,
been over here?
Probably been watching out for like about um, like 2.5 years.
And you don't think the stuff just don't pop off when
Well, you
there's
said No, I'm saying because basically you said he's been having the same situation for 4 years, correct?
Did I say that? I don't
Well,
remember.
well, well,
I'm
well.
sorry.
They saying the situation's been going on for 4 years. Is
Oh
that
yeah, him paying Natasha. Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
So and everybody's just now finding out.
About 4 months ago. Yeah.
So that's all I was saying. That was like if you all I'm saying is if you see irregular activities, just understand that there's something bigger going on behind it. You
Well,
get what I'm saying? Like, and it's not, and I'm not saying anything on anybody's part. I'm just saying, as far as like, I rock with Lady Nika. I love her platform and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always uh, Lady Nika on her side, Team Lady Nika. But at the same time, I'm just looking at all the outside because I don't really trust that good. You know what I'm saying? Like my trust value, like I don't trust people that easily. So whenever I see something, I kind of just look at it from two standpoints. That's all I'm saying.
hmm.
But I get y'all standpoint. I'm not denying nothing. Yeah, I'm not saying y'all are wrong. I'm just saying this was just my opinion. I felt like
It's
sharing it.
just her opinion. But Talent down in the chat, he just said that, and I felt this. I felt it in my heart that he was taking money from Miss LaGayle, and for that, I won't ever forgive him because Miss LaGayle is special, and he told her that they were engaged. He asked her to marry him, and she said yes. And he's done all this stuff while she sat in his chat being his moderator, to the point she doesn't even, you don't even see her in other people's chats anymore. She's dedicated herself to him, and he's done all this stuff in front of her, and I'm sure she's hurt. And Miss LaGayle is very special. She's very sweet, and he's been borrowing money off her. It's awful, awful. And maybe he does have a gambling problem because he's doing an awful lot of borrowing. I don't know. I'm just disappointed in that man. I'm so disappointed. I did not see this coming.
Salute to the new guest on the panel.
Hi.
But salute. You can jump in at any point. I'm just giving my opinion.
Charlie, that's Willie. Willie, that's Charlie.
Yeah,
Oh,
go
Willie
salute
ahead,
does.
y'all.
Charlie Boo. Go ahead.
Y'all
Willie
know I
does
was just
the.
letting y'all talk.
Yeah,
I ain't no interrupt y'all.
yeah.
I know, I know.
Willie does the graphics for like when Lady Nita has contests. He's the one that does all those bomb graphics for her, like the what do you call them,
Hmm.
Willie?
I
The
need me an intro,
advertisement.
Willie. I need me an
Yeah,
intro.
those are like all like overlays. Like
Yeah,
pretty much she gives me like the concept, like how she wants everything done, and I just
yeah,
make it, come to
yeah.
life and try to be as artistic as I can. It's really a challenge for me because I'm working on. I'm working, but I'm kind of trying to make things from a woman's perspective. So it's
Hmm.
I'm all for it. Like I've been having a
I
great
think
time,
they
and
look
like I said,
great.
I appreciate the opportunity.
I really think they
Yeah, I'm gonna
always
have to
look
hit him
great.
up because I need an intro for real.
What do you
Oh
mean? A
yeah, no doubt. The
interview?
hood table, yeah, no problem.
I
The
already
hood
have
table,
my
right now.
intro song that my niece wrote. She's a rapper, well known in the Midwest. I'm sure he probably heard the song before. I just need an intro to go with the song, like a video.
Yeah, no doubt. I got you.
Oh, that's good. See, we making friends
Yes. And what's up,
and
Yes,
Miss
sir.
networking.
Andrea?
But
Networking and
Charlie, have you
everything.
been keeping up with Mr. William? The new stuff today?
No, because like I was busy all day. See what had happened was in retrospect.
What What are you saying? You have a life? Are you
Yeah, I'm so
serious? Oh my
sorry.
God.
She making us look bad.
I know, right? But
Well,
Willie,
salute to you, ladies. I gotta get the cooking, so
All right.
I'm gonna be in the chat though,
oh,
but
I
I gotta
wanted to
get to
ask.
this food.
Okay, answer this in the chat, Willie. Okay.
All right.
I was completely offended when he called her a gorilla. That pissed me off because Lady Nika has not been anything but gracious to that old greasy man. And for
Even
him to,
James was upset. And James and Nika ain't even seeing eye to eye.
yeah, I mean, it's bad enough you were talking about all the different content creators. Not that you shouldn't, but it's gotten out. You know what I'm saying? So now that she spilled your tea, but the one person, people think Mr. William is a drag. Okay. He's not funny. He's a panel killer. The best thing about him is his voice. I'm just keeping it a buck. It is what it is. I said what the fuck I said. But the one person who always let you up on her panel, always let you talk as long as you wanted to talk, to the point the people in the chat were throwing tomatoes, complaining, whining. You know what I'm saying? Pizarro is down there going off. You know how she is. He just, you call her something like that. It just disrespectful. Disrespectful. He called her a gorilla.
Mm.
And she believes it. She no don't you think Hood Table, no doubts about it. She believes it that
I
he
believe it
said it.
too. For some
And I
reason, I
believe
believe
it
it too.
too. I do too.
And maybe it has something to do with Natasha, his ex, because she was saying, he was always talking about the ladies in the B sector. And so he claims he didn't call her that. But Lady Nika, she's really under the impression that he really did. And that's another thing James brought up. He said, I wonder what is making Lady Nika, who was really, really cool with him, believe that it's true. And they were really cool. Like Nika really liked Mr. Williams.
She did. She let him. Nobody else besides Blessed Watkins. Her and Blessed are the only two. Well, and Sir King, but that would let him just come up there, say what he wanted, stay as long as he wanted. It just He's just a disappointment. I don't know. See, I never watched Sir King like that, even when he was popping. So I never did see, get how William was on his panel and all the different people, Kwani and stuff. Sir King irked me. I didn't like him. I wish Lemon had a show, but I'm going to shut up. She's hurt. I think he hurt her, and that's awful.
I think she's hurt too. And I think she's hurt because not only because she really liked him, but because she has had labels put on her. And I'm not defending her per se, but I'm just saying why I think she's hurt. Because she didn't have label. I mean, she done been years with the Gator Crop, and now somebody who she thought really probably adored her as much as she adored him is out here calling her a gorilla, whatever. She called it a primate. Nika was like, he up here hitting a primate for coochie money. How you hitting up a primate for coochie money? Coochie money. You know what I'm saying? To give to some other trick or not trick. Let me stop disrespecting this lady over there. But to some other lady over in where she at, Guyana or whatever. So I think she's not only hurt because of that, but it's like, okay, dude, you know what people have called her in the past. The Gator Croc still, people might not mention it much, but people don't forget. And now you turn around and call her a gorilla? Like, and y'all cool like that? You cool enough to ask her for $250, but you calling her a gorilla behind her back?
I don't know if this is the end for him in the beef sector, because it's gay men and women. And the women are kind of disgusted. They're questioning him. It's kind of foul. And so I don't even know if he's going to survive this. I don't know. I consider him B sector. Because I just do. There's some people that come late, like Dovey, but you still consider them beef sector. They've done something that wins
Mhm.
your heart over, and you just they're beef sector. Then there's people like this Heat and Slumpity. They'll never be beef sector to me. So I just wonder if he'll survive this. It's just
Well,
sad.
I did put a poll in the chat,
Oh,
and I'm
you
gonna let
did?
Charlie speak for man if she wants to. But I did put a poll in the chat asking, do y'all think William needs to take a break from YouTube or not?
Oh, I don't see it.
I voted on it. I think he does need to take a break, in my opinion, because here's the reason: step away for a little while and come back. That's what a lot of content creators do in the sector when they have a mess up, if you think about it, or they totally ignore it. Because there's a lot of people in this sector that's done things. They came back from it. You know what I'm saying? People
Yeah,
been called
Yep.
scammers. People been called, they do this, that, the next thing, blah blah blah, and they're
Yep.
still around. They're still making content, but it's like the hot topic. Once it dies down, you move on to the next in this sector.
Just like kind of how Mona Simone, when she rose from the dead
Mm-hmm.
like Lazarus, she left for a minute.
Hey, watermelon sugar, beautiful. But yeah, hey, Doreen. But yeah, everybody in the sector has done something. Ain't none of our hands completely clean. Even myself, I have been petty in chats before. But to what extreme? We have ones that have faked fake themselves not being here no more. Um, they have doxed, did all this stuff, and people like be on they behind for a little while, and then once it dies down, the story dies down, they move on to something else. He
Yeah,
can
that's true.
survive, but it ain't gonna be pretty for him for a little while, and he ain't never gonna live it down.
Hmm.
yeah, but his
Yeah.
biggest ally, because I'm telling you, people just don't kick it with him. You know what I mean? He had Watermelon Sugar, who's in the chat. He had Boss Lady New Jersey. He hung out with them. That was like his crew. And just read my book. Those people are done with him. Then he had
Hmm.
Lady Nika, Blessed Watkins. Blessed doesn't come on anymore. And he just killed it with Lady Nika. So I'm trying to, and even though Sir King will let him up on the panel, they're like oil and water. So where even if he comes back from this, where's he going? Back to his channel to DJ.
Pretty
But
much.
the people that hung out over there, he offended and they're kind of through with him.
He's basically burnt his bridges, and at that point, he's got to try to find new bridges or go to somewhere else. But
Maybe.
it's what's going to happen is the same thing over and over again unless he changes,
Yeah.
until eventually there is nowhere to go, and he'll have to reinvent himself as somebody totally different. He won't be able to jump on panels because obviously people will hear his voice and they'll know who he is.
Ugh. Yeah.
That's the only way he could hang out in chats, is literally under a troll page.
Maybe he'll do that and
Yeah.
just at panels. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because his voice is very distinctive.
But you don't burn the bridges, especially with your A1 day ones, the people who have your back. You just don't do that stuff. You're setting
I
yourself up for
absolutely
failure.
agree.
But
I
Mm-mm.
absolutely agree. And that's on
lady,
YouTube and real life. YouTube and real life. Don't burn your bridges.
Lady Nika is nice though. She may if he asks for forgiveness and he catches her on the right day and he gives it enough time, she may forgive him. I've seen her forgive people that have done this and maybe a little worse. You know, I've seen her make amends with people that have wished death on her. You
You see,
know,
Watermelon Sugar is commenting. What's up, Watermelon and Doreen? Hey, booze.
hey,
Watermelon said he'll always have LaGayle.
but Watermelon Sugar, we know what he said about. Never mind. Okay. LaGayle, I mean, Watermelon
You mean
Sugar got,
old slow LaGayle?
yeah, he called LaGayle slow, and that she was, like a woman you could run. She didn't have a backbone or something, and he didn't want her. And see, Miss
Said
LaGalle is
she was
so
weak.
sweet.
Hmm.
Yeah, she's weak, but she'll stay there. You're right. She'll stay there. And I wish she wanted better for herself, and could just walk away like everyone else because,
Yeah, because it couldn't be me.
she's been his doormat for years, bless her heart.
And I think she holds many secrets.
Well, they all out. Yeah, so I don't know. I feel.
Child, while he talking about she
What are
slow,
you?
he still probably be talking. They probably still be talking. I
What you
think they
eating?
still. I don't. I think they friendship is more than just her, Ahmad, and him, a content creator. I don't know because that whole thing, like when they were saying they were engaged, and then they said it was a joke, but they didn't say it was a joke until Natasha came on the scene.
Right, she saved him. She put her stuff on the back burner so he would. You see what I'm saying? So he wouldn't get in trouble with
Yep.
his. You know, she's just yeah. He just. What are you eating and smacking on, girl? You making me hungry.
Oh, I'm
Um,
sorry. I thought I hit mute. My bad.
what are you
Girl,
eating?
we want to know what you eating.
Yeah, what
Oh,
are you?
I'm eating on some munch. It's called munch. It's peanut brittle bites.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
You get it from
Mm,
Walmart.
that sounds so
Mm-hmm. I
yummy.
want some.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's real good. But I do believe that they were really, really engaged. I do believe they broke up. But where they come about when Natasha came on the scene and they were saying that it was fate, I don't believe that was fate. I think they were really, really together. And then maybe LaGayle saw something she didn't like. And they ended up, breaking up like, okay, are we gonna go back to just friends? So I think that was like, I don't know why she lied to save his ass because I wouldn't. I sure wouldn't. You up here lying saying you wasn't really engaged to me? And Charlie, was you here for that shit? I mean, that shit seemed legit and seemed real. Like they seemed happy in love. She was all giddy and you know what I'm saying? How people
And
be when they in love.
once again, him and Miss LaGale used to hang out over at Sir King's, and Sir King thinks he has a great sense of humor, but he's really rude and not funny. And LaGale would, and they used to hang out on his when he was popping, and Miss LaGale would go up on there. She was kind of active before her and William started kicking it. And so once they said they were engaged, she would go up on Sir King's panel. And Sir King has a slick mouth and he's always throwing shade. And he would start doing that with Miss LaGale. And Mr. Will would jump up on that panel. Hey, don't talk to my woman like that. Oh, they would start going at it. So you're right, Hood Table, because he used to yeah, he protected her. He didn't let nobody mess with her, but nobody messed with Miss LaGale anyway. But
But you
he,
know what? And
mm,
y'all tell me if I'm wrong in my way of thinking, because I can be out on a limb sometime. But I think he's keeping her close because he don't want her to disclose certain things.
Ooh. Yeah. That actually could be a good thing because a lot of
Because how
people
she
try to
so
keep that.
weak and how she so weak and dumb and slow and all this kind of shit, and you still fucking with her? Like what? I don't know.
It's like because she knows stuff that he know. If she gets mad enough on Mad Day, and there's some stuff that she knows to get out, he don't want it to get out. So he's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Come back here."
I don't think Miss LaGale is that type of person. That's why she's sitting there taking all this abuse and not saying anything. I
That's so
just think
sad.
that if he told her, you know what, I like you and everything, but I'm tired of you being in my chat. I just don't want to deal anymore at all. I think she would silently go away. I don't think that. I might be wrong, but I think she really cares about him and she's hanging in there trying to be the last woman standing.
Do
And
you
that's
think she
sad.
still might want to be with him?
Oh, yeah. Why else
Mm,
would she be there? He ain't
yeah.
got no money. He ain't paying her bills. They're not in the same state or at least city. So he's not her side piece. Ain't getting none.
I
So,
wonder if she ever thought I could be getting that 200 some dollars a month instead of that girl over there.
oh no. Oh no. The girl's just very, very nice. I don't know. I mean, watermelon sugar, don't you believe that? LaGayle loves William C. She would never. She's there because she's hoping she's the last woman standing.
Chad, I'm gonna throw that old wannabe pimp to the ah.
Want to be pimp?
He's more like a simp. He's not a pimp. He's a simp. You know,
Chad.
I can't stand men that run through women like that. Like they're a hot knife through butter. You know,
That's why I posted the thumbnail that I posted of Arnez when he be doing Uncle Charlie.
what? Why is talent laughing?
I don't know, talent. But it couldn't be me, child. It couldn't be me. I've been threw that wrench and shoved it up his ass. Like you take that and it be because shoot, from what I heard, from what I hear, he over there accidentally picking up men's with wigs. I would be like, I throw this wrench up your ass.
See, you see
But
what watermelon
anyway,
said. That's what I think too. Watermelon.
shit.
I know that's right. I would. mm, Yeah, LaGayle needs it. I mean, LaGayle used to be in the chats. She has completely super focused herself on him. You don't see her anywhere. She doesn't even go into Mother's chat. And that was Mother's girl. There were times when, before her and William were engaged, she'd be up on Sir King's panel, and Sir King would be going at her and picking on her, and it would be kind of awkward. And boom, Mother would be up on the panel, and he'd go, LaGayle, go ahead and get down, baby. Go ahead and get down. And he'd start whipping Sir King's butt. You see what I'm
Yep.
saying? You
But
remember
that
that?
is strange. I never really thought about that choreo, or
Yeah,
I never really thought about that, Charlie. How she used to be everywhere, and then
yeah.
she disappeared. Like I didn't even know that she was still his mod over there.
Yeah, that's the only place I've seen her. And what did Watermelon Sugar say? She's completely under his control. Okay, Watermelon. I wish Boss Lady was here with you. I wonder if she's up in the clouds. But yeah, you know, I I think I
Well,
I look
okay,
at
go
things
ahead, go ahead.
and I'm gonna shut up. But like I said last night when we were all talking, I think I kind of look at stuff with love and relationships. I kind of look at them kind of like a guy would, because women do stuff like this, and I get upset because LaGayle deserves better, and I wish I would. I wish I wish he would try to treat me like that. I don't know where he's at, but I'd be pressing that garage door opener. You understand what I'm saying? And I'd go in there and ask him what was his problem. I just, you don't. I'm gonna shut up. I'm just very angry. I'm getting angrier and angrier. Thinking about Miss LaGayle. Okay, I'm.
Well, how did y'all feel, or what was y'all first thought when you found out that his best friend is a pedo?
Wait, what? I'm sorry. What the fuck? What? Wait, what? Wait.
Huh?
Watermelon sugar, am I lying?
What? Charlie.
I need to know too. I'm over here like, huh? What
Look,
happened was?
Talents even
Okay,
Talents.
not maybe not a pedo, but a sex offender. Maybe
What?
not a pedo, maybe not a pedo, but a sex offender.
Wait, what? How did I miss
Rashad,
that?
why y'all coming out the bush and talking about what?
You the only one that got this tea, girl. You the queen right now. What? You making my voice crack.
Watermelon sugar, am I lying?
She's so pretty.
It, thank you, baby. Um, yes, it was said that the
Hmm.
man's friend is a registered sex offender.
And he
What?
acknowledged it and admitted it and co-signed it earlier today. On me.
Yeah.
What?
Yep, sure did.
Wait, what?
Okay, so did y'all hear? I'm not sure what, because I just came in when I dropped down, so I didn't hear. I didn't hear the rest of it. Did y'all see Boss Lady went live twice today, and we was talking about the situation?
I saw the first one. I haven't looked at. I was going to look at the second one later
Okay.
tonight.
So we were trying to recap and give some clarity to what's going on, because Natasha didn't just come down here and just start, going off for no reason. Now, I'm like I said, I don't believe either one of them are innocent in any of this, but the only reason why any of their business is out on these streets is because he's the one that put it out first. And then Natasha then came over to Boss Ladies to, in a safe space where she was able to express herself and tell her side of the story. So that was 7 months ago. This has been going on for a long time. It's been a lot of back and forth. It's been a lot of moving parts, and not everybody knows about it. So then when Natasha just recently came out and said everything that she said, people were coming down on her. And I'm saying, look at this objectively. If you go back to even 7 months ago when we did those videos on Boss Ladies, which she's got out, we played part of it today. Her story is consistent. And the things that she said then, she was holding back. But the thing that she says now makes those things make sense. You see what I'm saying? And as that was happening, Lady Nika had went live, and apparently he had rubbed her the wrong way, because she said a day or two, don't quote me on that, but it was before Natasha came out on Sir King's. Mr. William had Cash App requested Nika to send him $250, saying that he was down bad, right? So then Mr. William, as Boss Lady was live, went live and said, yes, I Cash App requested her $250, and Nika felt some type of way, like, you're asking me for money so that you could send it to her. Because, he was sending her $200 or whatever a month. And he said, yes, I Cash App requested Nika $250 because he had spent over $1,000 he had lost at the casino.
Oh my.
Yep, all facts.
Those were his words. This is not no hearsay, none of that. Those were his words. So, and going back before that, um, the question was posed, well, why did he feel comfortable asking Nika for that kind of money? Which is a valid question. Then it was said, well, why didn't he ask, Boss Lady New Jersey, just read my book, whatever. We haven't fooled with William in, like, because if you go back to 7 months to that video that we played before, right after that is when we fell out with Mr. William. Do y'all remember that? And everybody was like, oh, Mr. William pimping all the ladies, and Mr. William this and Mr. William that. We
Yep.
fell out back then, and we haven't spoke to Mr. William since. So there would be no reason for him to ask me for shit, because I'd cuss his behind out.
Right.
So when he made those accusations and insinuations or whatever and didn't come out and clear it up about me, and he said some other things about, I can't defend nobody else but myself, but I just was like, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. And Natasha has come around since then, and we've always been very cordial to her. When we found out that they were in a relationship, we were very respectful of their relationship. But if you watch that video, I was confused because I told, when we found out about Natasha, um, and we were on that live, I said, how are y'all in a 5-year relationship when just 2 years ago he was engaged to LaGayle? Like, what is really going on?
Right. Yeah.
So, and then there was a bunch of back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Regardless, it's a bunch of lying, it's a bunch of mess, and it's a bunch of, he just needs to go somewhere and sit down, do a puzzle, read a book, join a book club, join
Oh,
poker team, some, you
A
need to do
darts
something.
team, a poker team, a
uh,
Okay,
spades team, a
shuffleboard,
dominoes team.
tic-tac-toe,
Let's,
Uno,
yeah,
Monopoly,
okay.
something.
Okay.
bowling, something.
Stay away from the gambling, stay away from the alcohol, and for the love of all things chocolate, stop chasing tail. You are 73 years old. Sit your hot tail down somewhere.
Well, he had already had a heart attack.
And I look, I don't fool with Mr. William on any level or at any capacity, but I don't want to see nothing bad happen to him. Sit down
No.
somewhere and stop with all you. It's not even that you're too old for this. You know better. You
That.
know better. And the pitting women against each other and starting mess and keeping it going and not being man enough to say, look, this is not how that happened, just stop it. It's all just completely ridiculous to me. And then I heard he said something about, oh, he's getting a lawyer. Sir,
Yeah.
Yes,
how
Yes.
are you
Yeah.
yes.
getting a lawyer when you're asking other people for cash app requests because you didn't gambled all your money away?
It was all
The
cat.
lawyers don't operate on IOUs.
Especially an international lawyer, please.
Sir, I need you to get you some cold orange juice, pull you up a real comfortable chair, put on one of your shows, and just rest your mind. Just rest your mind, read a book,
Didn't
you
your
know.
husband cuss him out?
Huh?
Yeah, y'all
Didn't
see
your
what
husband?
Tyler said.
Didn't your husband have to talk to him sternly
Yes,
about
because
you?
he
Mm-hmm.
he kept on making, this was before we found out about Natasha. He kept making little comments, and it got to the point where it was inappropriate, and he didn't appreciate it. So, you
Mm-hmm.
know, I did like I was supposed to do and step back and let men handle men's business, and
Mm-hmm.
it was what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but to a certain extent, we understood that that's his personality. But once you cross a line,
Mm-hmm.
into disrespect, that's when he had to step in and say something.
Mm-hmm.
But I do 100% believe that the Mr. William that we see, that is just his representative. That's not who he really is.
Really?
Yeah, I believe that part what
Absolutely.
Natasha was saying. I believe that the person that he is representing or showing us is not the real William. I do believe that.
Because he did, when she was in that dress, that picture that he had up on his channel for a long time, he called her all types of bitches and told her she looked like a whore and everything. And I was like, what? And then the way what really um made me take a step back, because I was thinking, it's just Mr. William, he's harmless, he don't mean no harm, he's just flirtatious and he can appreciate a beautiful woman and whatever, he loves everybody in God, all those things, right? Well,
Mm-hmm.
then when he fixed his face to cuss out a certain person because he said if she wants to act like a man, he's going to treat her like a man, that's when I was like, wait a
Mm-hmm.
minute. And then, the accusations of him allegedly um, putting his hands on women and doing some of the things that he did. I was just like, wait a minute. I really believe that this man is not who we thought he was.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you think that he can bounce back from this in the beef sector?
I mean, there's always going to be people that support him and that really do like him or whatever, and then there's going to be people around to see him fall on his face again. I, for one, won't ever be around to see either one and don't care nothing about none of it.
Gotcha.
So will he have true supporters? Probably not. Well, besides LaGayle, but
Poor LaGayle.
people are gonna and see. This is the thing. I can only feel sorry for LaGayle so much because in the beginning, I fought hard for LaGayle. When he would say certain things when I thought that they were engaged, I would check him. Like, how are you going to say some of the things that you say to me right in front of her? That's disrespectful. Not that you should say it behind her back, but you know what I'm saying. It's disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always wanted nothing but the best for LaGayle. But until LaGayle wants the best for herself, there's nothing anybody else can do. And I
You're
mean,
right.
I don't know how many times that we could say, look, look at this and look at this and look at this. If she doesn't want to believe it, then what are we getting all upset? I'm not going to let my blood pressure get all raised up and me catch a heart attack because I'm worried about her when she's not even worried about herself and she don't give a damn about me.
Mm-hmm. You're right. You're right.
So, I mean, all I can do is pray for her.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all.
Yeah. So, what did
Yep, I
his?
feel you.
Can I ask one last question? What
Sure.
was his? What kind of sex was his friend offending?
That I'm not sure. I don't know. I just know that he was on the list.
How do people find? I mean, how do people find out about someone's
Well,
friend?
he told her no. He told Natasha.
Yeah, he said it. Um, he
And
spoke
he
on it
admitted
before
it.
himself, right?
He admitted it. He said what had happened was he did have
Mm-hmm.
a best friend who did get
Insert
caught
lie
up with
here.
some stuff. And Natasha didn't understand like how you can hang around somebody like that. But William said the best friend had an uncle who was diabetic and he had went blind and all this kind of stuff.
And
And
they
they
would
would
drive
take
him around to
uncle
the
around.
store and all
Yeah,
that.
they would take him shopping, take him around to the store and things like that. And he was basically like, "That's my best friend." So me personally, though, I don't know if I want to be having a best friend that's a murderer or a R person or a pedo and I'm riding their uncle around to the grocery store to get they prescriptions and they Walmart order. I don't know how that works. I mean, but I guess friends to the end for some people. It don't matter what they do.
I
Well,
want.
I mean, if it doesn't seem too far fetched to me, that doesn't seem really surprising to me at all because I don't know that I believe that. I don't know who William is, so I can't be shocked that he would have a friend or whoever um, that has something on their jacket like that. I can't be surprised about it.
Well, they might have met
And
him
I understand that.
when
Yep.
when he was in the Pokey. Because didn't he do a little time? That might have
Yeah,
been where
he said he's been to prison a couple of times, I believe.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah, one time was when he allegedly his ex Natalie, the one who had ran into Natasha on Facebook, allegedly his ex Natalie, he was leaving her or trying to get away from her, or, breaking up, and she hit him and knocked out his tooth, and he hit her back, and he went to jail for 2 years. But
Well,
I
Well,
see the
I mean,
watermelon sugar or something.
that goes along the same lines of what I said about that other person. He probably figured, well, if you're gonna hit me like a man, I'm gonna whoop your behind like a man.
that's
That's
why
his mentality.
that watermelon sugar. Me, Hood Table, and I have this theory, and I think Charlie might have been on it too. The three of us that the two uh, transgenders that he claims he beat up, we think that there's a possibility that he told her they were transgendered to make it easier, but they were really women, people that were natural women, I'll say.
Well, okay, so there's some discrepancies with that because if the timeline is correct, him and LaGayle, not LaGayle, Lord Jesus, him and Natasha have been together for a total of 4 or 5 years. That's up for debate. Some say 4, some say 5. They both said both. Now, the situation that happened with the transgender women, he said happened 40 or 50 years ago.
Okay. All
Yeah, he
right.
said the
So
first
that
incident was
theory
in his
wouldn't that
30s, and
theory wouldn't add up in the timeline.
well, he
Okay.
did say the first incident happened in his 30s, and the second incident happened 20 years later.
Right. So that he would have been 50 and he's 73 now.
And about what ages was he going to prison? Jesus.
I don't
Ooh,
know, but um
probably young.
I lost my thought.
That don't necessarily mean it couldn't have been women.
Well,
Even though it was spread out over the decades. But then again, some women, they will haul off and hit a nigga
yeah, they will.
and, and, and don't think they gonna bust their ass back. And then of course what the law's gonna do, they gonna side with the woman. Always.
Well, I this from the things that I'm gonna just leave it alone. I'm tired of talking about it today, but that was that was I'm gonna just say this. Mr. William is always saying a man knows a man. A man knows another man. A man knows another man. As a man, as a man, as a man. Who are you trying to prove to that you're a man? Who is it that you I feel like some of the things, and this is where this is the only thing that I have some sympathy for him. And even then I don't feel sorry for him. I just feel my heart is kind of heavy because I feel like he's done some things or a lot of things in his past that he's not proud of. And the man that he is today sees the man that he was before. And there's a lot of, I feel like there's a lot of guilt and there's a lot of shame for the things that he has done. So
Mm,
I feel like in his mind, he's always trying to prove his manhood, and not manhood as far as like, you know, putting your hands on a woman is not manly. Putting your
mm,
hand, like doing some of the things that he has done in his past allegedly are not manly. So him saying as a man all the time, as a man all the time, it's like, who are you trying to prove? What are you trying to prove and to who? And
mhm,
the whole situation with him saying, oh, a man knows a man. If a man knows a man, and we're talking 40, 50 years ago, now today there are some bad bees that are unclockable. Okay, unclockable. But
mhm,
40, 50 years ago, they weren't doing, it wasn't as accepted as it is today. They weren't doing surgeries like they are today. It was just a man in a wig and in a dress with some makeup on their face and a 5 o'clock shadow. So you telling me that a man knows a man so well that you got caught up with two of them
mhm,
and you didn't know nothing until you got down to your drawers in the hotel room?
mhm.
When they
I'm
rolled
just
it
saying,
out, when they
it,
untucked
there,
it and
there,
rolled it out.
look, there was it, and then there was no kissing, no touching, no rubbing, no hunching, no getting some head, no nothing, nothing. So you just was like, okay, you stand here, I'ma stand here. We gonna get naked and run towards each other, and bam. Like that's not how that happens.
He ran into something, all right.
I mean,
You would think the other man would be hard, and if you were standing close and kissing, you'd feel it. I
oh,
mean, as a woman, you
right.
feel
And what man is not groping and feeling, and most men will stick their hands in your pants in between your legs in a second.
in
And
a
up your
And Mike
shirt,
do the
down
sniff
your
test.
pants, just savage like. And you telling me Mr. Rico Suave over there ain't feeling and touching on nothing?
right.
And he didn't do the sniff test, the 2 finger test.
None of that. So you just was gonna jump all in, didn't know nothing from nothing, just let's get it.
Yeah, sounds like it, but if he was paying for it and it was in a hotel, I don't know. I don't know. Poor Mister.
Child.
I
But
just,
even when you're paying for it, don't you check out the goods first? Don't
yeah,
you give it a once over? So you like, okay, I can work with this, or no, I can't work with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I just I'm over it.
Yeah,
Anyway,
because I mean, see, that's the thing. People are saying like back then it wasn't all this stuff that people can take now. Like now they can take different things,
right, there's
hormones.
hormones,
They can
there's
change their
surgery.
voice. I mean,
Right.
back then you was talking to like and Corey hate when I say it, but you was talking to a whole Wesley Snack. I mean, the deep voice, the Adam Apple,
Okay. It was a
the
too long
hairy
food moment.
knuckles.
Right.
The hairy knuckles, you know what I'm saying? Like back then, it was very hard to get hoodwinked. You know what I'm
Right. No,
saying?
it was Adam's apple. You mean to tell me that it ugh,
Y'all
you
go.
brought an old 6'5" woman to a hotel with a size 13 shoe, and you thought that okay, I'm dropping down, y'all.
Looking
I'm
like
in the chat.
Shaquille O'Neal.
I'm
Y'all
in the
go.
chat.
Y'all
You
gonna
so
leave
pretty.
Noxzema alone, okay? All right.
They gonna mess
Looking
with your
like
Noxzema
Shaquille
again.
O'Neal. Oh.
I'm sick of y'all. Okay, look what Talent wrote. That big paragraph. And Talent, I agree. LaGayle is blameless. I love my Miss LaGayle. Go ahead. And, the one below it, yeah.
Looking like Dennis Rodman.
Like, how would you not know? Like, back then specifically, they didn't even have
Everybody
as
knew
good as
back
wigs.
then.
Like, it was very, very
Even
close.
kids knew back then. Mama, what that man doing with lipstick on? I mean, everybody knew back then.
Was that
But
much?
okay, I'm gonna just say William could have had just a few times where maybe he was drinking, maybe he was, wasn't really focused on his surroundings, and
I want some of that.
I'm gonna try to get him.
If he drink, if it's that good,
I'm just trying to get him the benefit of the doubt.
I'm gonna be honest. It's like Watermelon Sugar said. There are some bad ones out there that are absolutely gorgeous. But I don't care what anyone says. There's always just something that you go, something. You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because I didn't
I
see
don't.
the baddest ones on here, especially
Yes,
on YouTube, and I
bad, beautiful.
still know they a
They've
man.
had the
I mean,
surgery. They got boobs.
I'm gonna
The
respect what they want to be called. I'm gonna
yeah,
respect what they want to be called.
there's
Matter of
always a
fact,
tell.
I had a phone call today,
something.
and not doxing or releasing information, HIPAA and all that shit. But I had a phone call today, and the person I said, "What's your name?" Whatever, and they gave me a female name, and I knew it was a man, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
But I said, "Okay, but I do need your real name." And they gave me their real name, and I said, "Now, what is the name that you would like to call for me to call you through the rest of this phone call?" And he gave me that name again, and I could tell that he was, a little on the feminine side, throughout the phone call and stuff. And I respected him the whole phone call, call him what he wanted to be called,
Mm-hmm.
and I even made notes. This person would like to be called this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I do respect them, even if I know they're a man or they look like a man, or I'm not gonna like some people how they do with Dimps, how they do with Dimples. I know Dimples is like a man with a wig. He ain't had no surgeries or nothing like that. But still, even if Dimples was on my panel or in my chat, I would refer to Dimples as Dimple want to be referred by. I just, got to give people that respect.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
But
know.
there's
Watermelon
always
sugar.
it's usually the voice. If you ever notice,
Yes.
no matter what
Yep,
else
yep.
changes, you can hear it a little bit in the tone. Even some of us females who have a more quote unquote manly voice, you can still tell we're female. You
I
get what I'm
don't
saying?
know.
Like even if we
Right.
Not
have,
me. Not
I,
I. But
shut
yeah.
up.
But that's only because you had surgery on your butt. Okay. You got
We're
an
gonna tell
excuse.
her to shut up. Shut
You
up.
got
We
an
love you,
excuse. You had a
Sound like
surgery,
Barry
and
White.
yeah.
Okay.
But
All
no,
girl.
right.
I have a deep voice for a female. Hush.
when I first got on the phone with the person, I already knew. You could just tell like when they first said my name is,
Uh-huh.
I already knew,
Uh-huh. I
and that
get
was
it. I get it. I worked with at the well, where I used to work almost. Woo, um, in my previous job, there was a young man that worked in IT. He started transitioning, and so he left for a while, because he had to start living like as a woman full time. They have to go through steps in order to get the sex change. And so it was at the point he had had all his, he had been with his counseling and everything, and it was time for him to start living as a woman 100% of the time. So he left to to prepare for that and to prepare where we worked for. We had classes, we had memos and, countdowns to when she was coming back. And there was a couple people that got fired because um, they said inappropriate things, because you've been working with this person for years as Bob. And now all of a sudden, they come back and it's Christina. I'm just throwing out names. And but you have that respect. And she was always so thankful and gracious to people like me and others around the office that just treated her like Christina. She was just the sweetest thing, because when she hadn't transitioned, at the time, he was grumpy, he was sad, he was, kind of mean and snippy. He never smiled. But once he came back, and he was, if you don't lay down, if when he was transitioning, and he came back as Christina, he was the happiest person.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, it was just, hold on, this dog, hold on.
You right, girl. My dog's over here. They were scratching earlier. I had to mute my phone because I thought they was gonna be loud.
Yeah, all that noise. But yeah, but you could tell, you know what I mean? Because he,
Yeah.
he was on hormones and everything. And then she got her breasts, her augmentation first. But you could just always tell, you
But
know.
yeah, it's because specifically once you've been through puberty, there's certain things that changes about each person depending on biological sex
Mm-hmm.
that even if you try to reverse some of it or change it, it's not going to completely
Too
go
late.
away.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Why they said, well, and he got his Adam's apple shaved too while I was still. He got his breast augmentation and the Adam's apple shaving, so it wouldn't protrude out. Those are
yeah.
the two things he had done while I was still working there. But yeah, that big controversy about men. I mean, transgenders participating in female sports. They passed the law, well, the governing body over all that stuff, especially for college athletes and going to the Olympics and professional athletes, that they have, if they start transitioning before they go into puberty, they named an age, but it goes to what you were saying, Charlie. If they catch it and start transitioning before puberty sets in, then they will be allowed in the future to participate and compete in female athletics. But if they go through puberty, like you said, they cannot do it because the testosterone has kicked in and all of that, and you can't reverse that, just like you said. So that was interesting, I thought.
Well, biologically, even if the person tries to transition to from male to female, if they've went through full blown puberty, their body is bigger than ours. They're stronger than us. It doesn't matter how bad to the bone we think we are. The
Mm-hmm.
male figure, like especially like when it comes to swimming and stuff like that, or even long distance running, the
Mm-hmm.
fastest woman in the world
Mm-hmm.
is not as fast as the slowest man in the world. And
Mm-hmm.
that's actually on record. You can look it up. It's just our chemistries are different. That's why we have our different sports. Women have theirs, men have theirs. There's no way we could compete with them in certain things. It's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Our arms are shorter, our legs are shorter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
our even for us, the taller ladies, like beautiful watermelon sugar down there,
Mm-hmm.
like still, even if she went to swimming against a 6'4" man, the arm reach that person has, they're gonna beat her, even if
Mm-hmm.
she's the best.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because it's just that has nothing to do, virtual with any hate to anybody. It's always just comes down to biological. Men are stronger than and
Mm-hmm.
on certain things faster than women. It's just it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How do we get on this?
We were talking about see what
Well,
happened was, girl. We went to talking about one thing and then it led to another thing and then another thing, and then you were talking about the people at your work and whatnot, or your
we were
ex work.
talking about him in the hotel room and
Yeah,
how yeah.
it just
So,
spiraled.
yeah, yeah. Mm, God bless him.
I'm gonna say this: if you burn the bridges to the people who actually were down for you and had your back, you're stupid. Just straight up, because you're getting rid of the people who actually care about you, and then nobody's gonna be there. It's like you just pushed them all out the front door, and you might have people come in after that, but those people aren't going to be as
Mm,
stick around wise.
right, your day ones. Yeah. I wonder if I don't know. I don't know. He I don't know. God bless him.
Yeah, we could say God bless America.
Yeah. And Mr. William. Yeah. I'm trying to think that something else came out that I was wondering about, but there was just so much because they were wearing him out on Lady Nika's panel even before she put him to the back and told us about the $250. He just sounded so pitiful, and I didn't have any sympathy for him because Yaya and I forget who else was up there. They were just they weren't having it, and they were wondering why he came up on the panel again. And Lady Nika says she thinks he kept coming up on her panel because he was trying to stop her. He felt like if he was there, she wouldn't tell about that $250 Cash App request. That's what she felt.
Could be also if he thought that maybe if he was there in person and she saw like his face or knew he was there, that she would go easier on him because of that.
Probably, probably, probably,
Because a lot of
probably.
people get about, like, they'll be able to say stuff when someone's not around sometimes more harshly than they would if the person's sitting right in front of them.
Right, exactly, exactly. So he's got a lot of, but he has a new woman. So, he's really,
Lord have mercy. How many did this make? I done lost count.
I want to know, well, he doesn't like, he said he didn't like black American African American black American women. That's why he, liked why he was going across the water to get women and he didn't mind. But yeah,
That's
so
because that's because our sisters over here ain't gonna put up with that BS.
there you go.
That's what it is. He don't want them to tell him the truthfuses. And the only reason them other women are putting up with him is because he may be giving them some money and whatnot. And for them,
Right.
where they live, they may be in a poorer situation and not as,
Right.
can be able to get things and stuff. So they're kind of dependent in some ways. And other ways, they
Right.
see it as a way to get a green card to get
Right.
over here.
Don't you think it's awful controlling of him? Like you said, he has the upper hand when he gets a woman in a third world country.
Mm-hmm.
She's poor. I think he's done this before, and this is the first time it's blown up in his face. I think he does that and he throws them away like trash. And this
He gives
time,
them the hope and dangles it in front of their face. Like,
yes,
hi, here it is, here it is. And
yeah,
then just once he's done and he's at his field, they're on to the next.
yeah. But this one, he underestimated Natasha. I think
Hmm.
that when he let her into his beef sector YouTube world, that's where he messed up because he was telling her what content creators to go to and this, that, and the other. And she went to one and told it all. She should have picked a different one that had a bigger platform, but it did what it needed to do. You
Yeah.
know, there she is. Where what happened? Hood table.
Child, I'm gonna have to wrap this up because this internet over here, I don't know what's going on, but it just keeps going in and out. I'm on my data right now on my cell phone. But
Oh, okay.
The Wi-Fi is really tripping over here. I don't know what's going on,
Well, we
but
were trying to keep it
yeah.
going while
But
you were
thank y'all for
away.
holding it down for me.
You welcome. We love you.
Yeah.
And I know I want to discuss the bins and stuff, but I'm gonna just come back tomorrow to discuss the updates on that because again, I don't want this stuff to keep going in and out and kicking me off while y'all on here.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Hood Table, for having me. The guy didn't
No
show up to
problem.
the guy didn't show up to remount my TV, so I'm really very upset. But this, at least this
Uh
came
oh.
from
Well, I
his.
hope they do get to it soon because I remember one time I needed a TV mounted and I had it sitting on like a coffee table. I had it sitting on something just so we could watch TV at a certain level. But yeah, it ain't nothing like having your TV on the walls for real.
Right, right. And it's like, I want it in there because I don't want, that's where I want people to, like the little area where I have designated for people to chill. And he didn't center it. And, I wasn't paying attention and he left. And now it's like hell getting him back here to fix it. So I went through Thumbtack. Have you guys ever heard of Thumbtack?
No, ma'am.
Those are people where you like it's like businesses that offer their services and stuff
Yes.
like that. Yeah,
Yes. So I'm in contact with them. And if he doesn't do this right, I'm going to tell him you need to return my money. And,
right.
you deal with him. So anyway, thank you again. I'm going to go to bed. Thank
Night,
you.
night. Sweet
And thank
dreams.
you all for gracing my platform. I love having you guys up here. Watermelon Short, thank you for coming up here as well. And Charlie and Corio and Will. I think Will was up here too. Was there
Yep.
anybody else? Or was that it?
Um,
Will, Charlie, Corio, was that it?
I think, yeah, Willie and Watermelon Sugar. Yeah, well, and
Okay, and
was
watermelon sugar. Yeah, Willie, watermelon sugar, and you and yeah. I just want to make sure I don't leave off anybody names. But yeah, I appreciate you all for joining the panel today and in the chat. And you guys, I'm sorry about I don't know what's going over here in my neighborhood as far as the Wi-Fi, but I will be calling the cable, not the cable, but the Wi-Fi company tomorrow to see what's up with that. But on your way out, you guys, please make sure you like and share the video. We were supposed to discuss William and also Ben's and everything, but I'll just come back tomorrow. We'll talk about Ben's, the updates on that, because there was a lot of stuff that we found out today about old Benz who got ran out the black tea sector. So yeah, I do want to discuss that
Woo.
tomorrow. So I'm gonna change the title, and on this video, I'm gonna delete all the Benz part of the title so that people don't expect us to be talking about it on the video. But yes, please like and share the video. Subscribe to the Hood Table if you're not already subscribed, please, and thank you very much. And always, always, always stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood.
Keep it hood.
Yes.
And brush your teeth.
And brush your teeth because my bro ain't here to tell y'all. So brush y'all teeth and wash y'all face. And
Have
thank
a
you,
good night,
Corey.
y'all.
Yeah, thank you. Good night. Good night, love. Corio said great live and keep it hood. Yes, yes, absolutely. And on that note, you guys, thumbs up the live, like Corio said, share the live. If you want to be a blessing to the hood table, please just send a little cash app love offering to $ the hood table 402. Thank you, please, and thank you. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening. And again, happy hump day. We out.